Steve, what do you think about the decision the Colts made to move on from the Peyton Manning era?
Mort talked about earlier, I've been through a similar experience, right, replacing Joe Montana, and the 49ers were the beneficiary of the both of us. And so I think my instinct is I would like to see them stay together, whoever it is, Robert Griffin or Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning. But I recognize now that this has been a long time in the work, and since the beginning of the season they started losing all those games. They rebuilt this whole franchise in the matter of months, and Peyton Manning certainly knew that he didn't want to stick around for that. So I think this is probably anticlimactic tomorrow, but I can see why this has happened. It's very clear to me.
All right, so you mentioned it appears that the Colts are almost certainly going to draft a quarterback first in the draft, maybe Robert Griffin the third, probably Andrew Luck. As you mentioned, you replaced Joe Montana in San Francisco. So now what will Griffin or Luck face following a quarterback who meant so much to his franchise?
Well, as I try to handle it, how do you eat an elephant? You eat a bite at a time. I mean, you have to come in and just play great football. The problem with Andrew or with Robert Griffin, they're inheriting a team that is in much transition. It's been essentially rebuilt, right, from the front office, coaching staff, and really turning over a roster. I think that's a lot of why Peyton Manning and Jim Irsay have been so friendly and amicable in this separation, because they both get what they want. Jim Irsay gets control of the team again. He's going to restart the team again. And Peyton Manning is to go somewhere and pick a spot that he thinks can go to the Super Bowl. But for Robert Griffin or for Andrew Luck, they're inheriting a team that's, like, by definition, starting again. That's not easy. I didn't do that. I inherited a Super Bowl franchise type of team. Look what Aaron Rodgers inherited in Green Bay. So this is a tough situation for the first draft choice to come into a team like this. But it has a great heritage. It won not too long ago, and so that's real positive. It's a tough assignment no matter what.
Now, we don't know everything about Manning's neck injury, but we do know that it's required multiple surgeries and was serious enough to keep him out all of last year. What do you think about his apparent decision to try to continue his career elsewhere?
From what I understand, and we saw the film, the video, the very grainy video that gets put out. Who knows? Peyton Manning's very calculated, by the way. It's almost like I've watched this whole thing unfold, and he has, to me, made every move along the way, and including getting that tape out to show that, look, I can really still throw the football. So, yes, his neck is probably less stable by definition, but a lot of guys have played with this before. It's probably riskier, but there's no question in my mind Peyton Manning will not go out when he can be 98% of who he's been in the past. And really, at the end of your career, you're so much smarter, so much more capable intellectually, than you are physically. It does make up for some. Peyton could play 80%, 75%, and still be one of the best players in the league just because of what he's able to do, between his ears.